Hi, this is pretty much an unscripted and unfiltered video about a mini life update and also a reflection on my journey as a music therapist and personal development. Just something for my future self to reference to, I think. So yeah, I really want to talk about self-care, hustle, longevity and sustainability of career and life in general. I don't even know if this video would add value to anyone. It's just me ranting and also brain vomiting a lot recently. But yeah, anyway, I feel like I have hit the point when I need to rethink the whole concept about work-life balance and also self-care. I've been listening to lots of podcasts about that and also think a lot. I have not asked people in my industry about that too much yet, but the main point is I graduated at the end of last year and I became a music therapist, and I started working in January this year as a part-time employee somewhere and also trying to grow my business. So in my head it would work pretty well, like 3 days part-time work and then the remaining days I would create more content, just like what you're seeing now. I post video every week. I publish 2 articles on my personal and also my business website, and I would write newsletter and do lots of research about different things, trying to set up email campaign and also free resources to my audience, basically doing lots of things. But the thing is, when I thought that the 2 day when I'm not working part-time, I would like have my own contract work or individual clients, but that has not happened in the past 9 months. I got some contract, but they are like pretty short and pretty unstable as well. And I feel like I am actually in like an under capacity situation that I do not want to admit. It's not going well in my head. Also not according to my timeline as well, because I've been living in my head for too long. I've been thinking about things too perfectly without really taking into account the reality. Yeah, so this is a reality check for me, and also because of some other situations I really need to get things going. So I rethink the whole thing about work-life balance and all that. First of all, I don't believe in work-life balance, especially after the pandemic. We know that it doesn't work. It doesn't exist. And what I more inclined to believe in is a new term called work-life integration, which basically means that you don't need to have like weekdays and weekends. You don't need to separate work and your personal life, because if you look at your life in like a pretty bird's eye view, you will see that even if you clock off work, you might still be thinking about a certain project, a certain client. I do that all the time. I literally wake up at 3 a.m. thinking about a certain client and also dream about my clients a lot. And then when I hear a song on radio or something, I will think that, oh, I can use this as a resource for my client next week, something like that. It's like 24/7, ongoing, non-stop. And I think that's not healthy in a way, but also it's just a reminder that we don't actually check out when we get off work. Especially when you're a content creator, when you scroll Instagram, you just see stuff all the time, like how your competitors are going, what kind of content they're posting, and then you would just start thinking, so I feel like work-life balance just is a myth. So work-life integration, I've been thinking about that a lot, and I'm trying to pivot my life towards that. It's a work in progress, but generally I feel like I don't mind working in the weekends, because for me, sometimes creating content is part of work as well, and I don't mind doing that because I quite enjoy it. To me, balance actually means conflict, because if you think about like a scale, you have like 2 things, you're trying to balance that, but the thing is never 50-50. It's a conflict because they're trying to reach like an equilibrium, whatever you want to call it, but it's never that. And life is like a constant flowing river. It's like never stable. So even if you find a sweet spot, things might change, and change is the only constant in life, right? I feel like when people get back to real world after the whole 2 year of working from home, whatever, they will be more inclined to keep working from home, but also have like, maybe I will work on my own stuff from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then at 10 I will go online, do the actual work, and then at 4 p.m. I might just clock off and do my own thing again. But then in the evening I might have more energy, so I might complete the project again. So it's like integration instead of trying to balance and trying to have like a distinct black and white thinking about work and life. That's how I think at the moment. And especially when it comes to actually conducting therapy sessions, I know it's quite hard to do, but this is exactly what I'm trying to build for my own. So the thing is, now I travel a lot during work because I don't just work in a clinic, but I also go to other sites, sometimes aged care facilities, sometimes disability centers and all that. So I do have downtime when I'm driving back to the clinic after a certain session. I have time to think about life in general and kind of have like a rest, because I don't need to sing, I don't need to read the room or whatever. And this is when I feel like I'm integrating work and life, because I can listen to podcasts when I'm driving, I can talk to a friend if I want to. So I feel like it's a good integration for now. So this is something I will keep monitoring and see how work-life integration actually means for me. I will put the link of the article in the description box about work-life integration and how many people are actually shifting their life towards that instead of like traditional work-life balance, weekday, weekend kind of thing. And second point, back to the undercapacity thing I was talking about. Now I'm not shameful to admit that, because I actually am going to change that situation. I feel like self-care is not just to rest. It's not just like, oh, you shouldn't be hustling all the time, you should take some time off work, take a bath instead of a shower, that kind of thing. I don't believe in that, but it's the opposite way around. Like when you're in an undercapacity situation, you have more time and energy than demand or workload. This is when you really need to think about how to realize your full potential, because it's wasted if you're not really working at your optimum level, right? This is what I felt like, but I chose part-time because I've heard about so many people experiencing burnout, and 5 years into their career they're just out, can't deal with that anymore. I know this is a challenging career, and it's not just physically taxing but also emotionally, because you're so invested in your clients. And also with music, it's a curse in this industry that you just can't stop thinking about your clients, and sometimes you really don't want to listen to music. I have been experienced that recently. I've just been listening to podcasts a lot because I just don't want to listen to music unless I want to just have some background thing going on. So I'm trying to change that as well. But my point is, when you are in the undercapacity situation, you need to step up your game. This is not to like say that you should work, but just to bring you back to the optimum level in which you find joy in your work and you're happy, you're fulfilled. And when you go to bed, you will feel like, oh, today is a good day. Everything is well spent, my time and energy and all that. It's not like, oh, I should have done more or something like that. Because I've been feeling that a lot. I have like casual job going on here and there, but it's never like a long-term thing. And I feel like, okay, it's good that it's only part-time and I do have time off work, but that's too much. I know that I can do more. This is how I always operate. When I was a full-time accountant, I started this YouTube channel. I was planning videos, planning my handpan covers, trying to research all the microphones and cameras, all that kind of thing. I always had side projects going on apart from the main gig. And even now, when I'm having my part-time therapy job, I also am building a business, learning about how to build a website, how to build email campaigns, how to do marketing, and how to find CRM software, all that kind of things. Always learning. So I feel like this is part of self-care as well, as in like finding your optimum level to operate in. And sometimes taking care of yourself might mean that you have to realize your full potential and doing things that actually fuel you and bring you joy, basically. I don't mind doing content creation work. That's why I have side projects going on. I'm sure that you must have seen those kind of stuff on the internet, like hustle team and then the self-care team, but it's not all or nothing, right? It's like a spectrum, and life is different seasons. Sometimes you need to sprint, sometimes you need to work really, really hard, and sometimes you might make a short-term sacrifice with your personal life, but seasons of life. And also there are times when you can really slow down because of the hard work that you have made previously. So yeah, it's a spectrum, and I feel like now I'm more inclined towards the hustling part again, because I have the need and the drive to move forward. And I'm actually starting that next month. I'm going back to a 5-day work week. I haven't been doing that in more than 2 years, not gonna lie. We'll see how that goes, and I will keep reflecting and monitoring my energy level, my emotions and all that, and report back later. But yeah, I am just sharing my struggle and my reflections. I don't know who cares about this, but I'm putting this up anyway. Yeah, it's a journey, I know that, and I'm trying to be honest and transparent here. It's not perfect. Building a business is not as easy as anyone thinks, but I'm not stopping, and I feel like I'm just taking that in my own time as well. I'm not complaining. Like in my part-time work, I'm really learning a lot every single day about different populations, different settings from the clients as well. I know many amazing people out there, which is good. And all this experience will help me in my own business as well. But it's not gonna stop me from building my own business, because I really care about this youth mental health thing that I cannot 100% achieve in my part-time work. Yeah, but I am very aware that doing more part-time and contract work, which is not related to business, is a clear path to a lesser goal. There's a quote for that, and that's why people can never really achieve what they want the most, because there's a clear path to a lesser goal. But anyway, I know that as a new grad, this is a learning curve, a journey, and I will slowly get there. This is just a reminder for anyone who's still watching at this point that build your self-awareness, always monitor your energy level, whether you're optimizing your potential, and also whether you're really happy at this stage in life or not. If you're not happy or satisfied, do something to change it, experiment. This is what I'm experimenting next month, going back to a 5-day work week as a therapist, not an accountant or office worker, whatever. I firmly believe that there is no self-development without self-awareness, and self-care is not selfish. This is the best thing that you can do for yourself before you can pour for other people, as I always say. So yes, think about the hustling thing and also the self-care thing. Instead of thinking they have to be in a conflict all the time, think about how to integrate them and what self-care essentially means to you. Sometimes it might be working hard to finish that project, and sometimes it might be just to do nothing. So yes, this is a little reflection. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.